What is up, legends? We are back, and we're back in NeuroCloud. Second video for this, and this is again sponsored by the NeuroCloud team. I'll thank them again for sponsoring this video. Link will be in the description if you want to pre-register, all that good stuff, and deeply appreciate that if you click the link for the pre-register. Free, if you haven't pre-registered already. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about, in concept, what exactly you do with this game, because we showed things in the past. I showed the Asian version, and I showed previous versions of this, but what we're going to talk about is this is basically a roguelike RPG gacha game, and you can influence a lot of what goes on in the game. Now, I have a lot of characters, obviously. I think I have every character except one right now, because they give you like 1,000 summons. And you pretty much can get characters for the most part. So we're going to start with Evelyn. Evelyn is a tank, and you can use Evelyn to hold base and hold a lane and keep stuff at bay and make it so that you don't have to necessarily worry about the characters behind it. So you want to put like whatever your range is behind Evelyn, or whatever tank, depending on what type of tank it actually is. But she is also a DPS type of tank, which you see she pretty much has a chance to knock back and stun. She fires right, which is pretty much like an AoE, and again, she can stun, so she pretty much holds her line pretty well. Now, Hubble, if you happen to get Hubble, is probably one of the most meta characters that you can get, because she simply has Astral Oblivion. Summons a black hole in a selected location that's dragging all enemies and dealing operant damage equal to 200% hash rate that can crit, and stunning them for 2 seconds. So not only is she going to do all that damage, but she's going to make you take less damage because they're going to be stunned and they're going to be pulled. So it's a good CC. You get positioning, you can push forward and then protect your heals, protect your melee if that's the type of thing. Or if they're behind cover, you can actually fire at them behind cover, which she does naturally with her normal. But units like that in this game do extremely well. Now you have, wow, what the heck? My voice just went by for a second. You have V. V is pretty much, I guess you can call it push. You see, she has soul eating mask. V damages a target through her mask, and her normal attacks ignore distance and deal 30% damage. So what that basically means is that even if the unit is far away, she can still actually hit the unit as a melee unit, which is actually pretty interesting, which is why she is so good as a character. And she's sexy. When you see her little special, you'll see what I mean. Now, she also has the ability to do, to put like a AoE effect out, and the AoE effect is going to cause damage, and you see enemies within the area take damage afterwards because it sticks around for a little while. And it doesn't actually do CC, but it's going to be an AoE type of thing that you can put within her range, which is really good. So we're going to go in and, oh, they're going to make me do this. I guess it's fine to actually do this. No, I ain't doing it. So we're going to go in. I'm still not doing it. I don't need to. All right, so head over here. So what you're going to notice with this is that they're going to have extra characters that you can actually use, which is the 6, 7, and 8. I don't have them unlocked right now. We'll talk about them in another video, but you do have the opportunity to actually use them. For the most part, early game, you really don't need them, to be honest. Like they don't really come that into effect. But what you want to do in this is you want to think of this like a roguelike game. And if you do think of this like a roguelike game, your life will be so much easier in this game, because you want to think about builds and who is your strongest character. What character did you get? So pretty much, like, let's say you got just Evelyn. Evelyn's a tank. You know, obviously she's my 3-star. Put her at 40 on purpose because obviously you have a lot of resources on beta, so it's not going to happen like this in the actual game. When you get the game at launch, unless you're whaling or something like that, you're probably going to have a pretty like pedestrian team. You're going to have like 1 3-star at best, maybe 2, and you're going to want to build beyond that. So what does that mean? If we have Evelyn, that means I'm going to go a little bit more tank stuff, if we get tank stuff, because it's random what you're actually going to get. Hubble, like let's say I just had Evelyn and Hubble and I didn't have the rest of the characters. The 1 and 2 star characters are fine for this part of the game, but because I can actually get all these characters, I just have them. This is what I would have if I could actually pick, because they just all work really well together. But say we just have Hubble and Evelyn, then what I would do is I would actually build around Hubble, because Hubble can hit everything. She has a lot of DPS. She's usually going to lead in it because she can hit from range and then AoE at the same time, and that brings up stuff. So say you're not really that strong in the beginning and you're taking a lot of damage. So let's say you're pretty much new to the game. What you can actually start doing is you can use your flexible strategy. Your flexible strategy will actually allow you to make up for the gaps and whatever your team can't do. You can use Cyclone Gust to actually save one of your characters, or CC a character that's causing you a lot of trouble. Like if it's a character that's in the background, like a monster that's in the background that's ranging you down with a lot of AoE, you can pop it in the air for a little while you take down everything. Or you can teleport one of your melee characters or your shooter character behind the line to take out that ranged target, because you put your units right next to it. And then you have rapid recharge, which will pretty much allow you to get your special off faster. I've been breakthrough game, but that's fine. I'll do it because they want me to, because we can even talk about that. Breakthrough is relatively easy because all that really takes is just for you to actually have the currency, and you have the limit break materials. The same thing goes for neural expansion. That's basically like your character stuff. So as you get dupes, it's going to take 2 dupes, by the way. You don't just get the next 4 star from that. You need to get the character twice, because you're going to see that I have Hubble because I got her in the summon and then I went to pity. So you see right now, the next dupe that I got after only gave me half of that. So I need to actually get her 3 times to actually get her the 4 star. Let's keep that in mind. All right, so let's just go in. We talked about the good stuff. All right, so enemy level, as you can see, is going to scale up. So you need to make sure that whatever you're doing with your build, that you scale appropriately, or the enemy level could actually get high enough that it actually becomes a problem. It's not going to be a problem right now, obviously, because I have a lot of resources and characters built, so it doesn't really matter where I go. However, if your team is not strong, what you want to do is you want to limit how much damage you're actually going to take until you can get to a recovery area. So you notice up here, I got conflicts on, I got anomaly, which is usually random and can give you like a card for your build or something like that. Because remember, this is a roguelike type of game. And then you have conflict intermediate, which means it's going to be a hard fight. So keep that in mind. If you're strong, then you should probably go up here because you're going to get good cards. However, if you go down here and you fight a lot, you might actually get good cards too. It's really random, but a higher chance to actually get stuff interesting would be go the top route to take out that intermediate and then get a really strong card heading into recovery, and then the optimal terminal, which is going to lead you to the stage or 4-2. So what we're going to do for the sake of this video is we'll go to the top because we're strong enough to actually do it anyway. I don't really have to think that hard, obviously. I'm going to show this in practice so I can show you the builds. All right, so now we're gonna get a card, which the first card is going after our medics. There's no reason not to take this. No, it's gonna go straight for your healer to make your healer faster. And you have anomaly. Increase function card limit. All doors max HP is reduced by 10%. Nah. So we're just gonna do that. We don't really care. So see, that ended up not being that great. So we're gonna head over here. We're gonna go intermediate and take this out. So if I went safe on the bottom, I could have ended up with 2 cards. Now I only have 1 card and maybe a strong card here. Again, maybe. It doesn't necessarily have to be strong. So went purple right here. Our warriors bleed and half sack, which is fine. And then specialists, debuff units, they heal the lowest ally, extra heals on top of what we all good. Now see, this is actually good. Don't sleep on this because this takes the pressure off the healer and it makes the specialist actually help heal as well. We don't really need that though, so we're just gonna go with the damage on the warrior. Purple card, we don't need this either. But what you can do is upgrade this, and we can go and increase the stacks on this. So that's increased damage right there, which makes that now an orange. So we got an orange card early, which is one of the reasons why you gamble and do that. Sometimes you end up with 2 good cards, sometimes you don't. Remember, V is a ranged melee unit. She's technically a range, she's technically like a melee slasher. So now we have 2 cards. Medics speed up their auto skill, recharge 20% any skill. When specialists buff or debuff any, they generate energy orbs. Right? Random. What? This damage is affected by physical. Oh, okay. So it's just, I want this. So we'll head to the next section now. That's increased damage right there. So now we got 2 orange cards early, looking nice. So we got function library. Again, because I want good use, I'm going straight after that because I know I can handle that. That's gonna be, and then we have all our specials right there as well. Now remember I told you that how good Hubble is. So watch this. They're dead. That's how good Hubble is. She just could wipe out an entire wave by herself. Alright, so now we have another purple. This is gonna go to specialist again. That increases now. Remember that every time she does like a buff or debuff, she's gonna AoE damage on top of that. So that this makes that faster right now. This is that technically this is a DPS burn. Now you also have this over here, which is no kill, like an overkill. Allied long range units have their crit rate increased by 5%, and additional instant true damage equal to 50% right now. Their hash rate when they land a critical hit. Now the reason why this is good is because if you're going to bottom right there, that's going to go for all 3 of your range units. So that actually is better than the purple. All right, so recovery area is useless for us right now, so we can actually go over here, and if we want to buy something, we can. We can have an upgrade now on that critical, which is actually really good, and we have the coin to actually do that. We can head over to overdrive, which is for medics, not so much. We can go for when a temporary robot gets destroyed, first time all enemies are stunned, which is actually pretty nice, but we can't afford that. And then we have deterrence, which we're not going to worry about that, so we're going to go for this coordinated crit. So now it's purple now, so that's 2 oranges and a purple. Pay close attention because this is how you beat harder stages. Like you literally, like when you do stuff like this, you're making builds, and the hardest stages is like nothing, but you have to actually know to do this, which is why I'm doing this particular video to let you guys know. So you're gonna know ahead of time. So we want cards. We don't want anything else. We already got 4 cards. We want a 5th card. So let's just head into here. We don't need to do anything. Or obviously, what you want to do is pay attention to your health. And you know, I'm already strong, so it's not gonna really matter for me right now. But say you're weak, you want to pay attention to that and determine if you want to go into a recovery zone or you want to start using your heal as special. All right, so we automatically got this. This is for the tank. For every instance damage guards takes more than 10% of the HP backlash. She has backlash, so that works good for her. Enemy is leveled up now, which kind of doesn't matter. And we have recovery area, so if anything was weak on my side, I would do that. We're going to upgrade the function because we don't need any health. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade the overdrive because my tank is built, so we don't need to worry about that. So now we have 2 orange cards and 2 purple cards and 1 blue. We're going to get another one coming up. Oh, you want to actually be out here healing? Heal that. Okay. Like I said, V is cutie. All right, so now... Oh, we're at the end now. I thought this was 3... Isn't this 3? Maybe it's not. Alright, so we're on the boss, so I can just unload stuff now. So what we're gonna do is make sure she does that. I'll do that. Absorption. And if I want to just not be annoyed by him, I can do that. My Hubble is usually always going to be the tops when it comes to that. And I end up with like an insurmountable type of build towards the end of the stage. And that's literally how you do it. Like, easy, right? You do that the entire. Let's go ahead in here anyway, just to show it a little bit more. You do that the entire game, basically. It gets harder and harder because they're gonna put things to kind of stop you from actually doing that. But for the most part, this is really what you do. You also want to go for, if you can handle it, you want to go for the harder enemies, because the harder enemies will give you the better cards. Also remember that even though that this is a roguelike game, this doesn't matter. Again, we want cards, so we're just automatically going to go in here and fight. Even though it's a roguelike game, you want to build your character, so as much as you can level them, if you can limit break them and get parts. Those stages that I skipped earlier, that was EXP and coin, you're definitely going to need to do that. Alright, so we got warrior, we can't go anywhere else with anomaly. For no cost, obtain a random function card, nice. Alright, they gave me a tank card. Health is looking good. We're in. Alright, so they're going to be in the back being annoying. Didn't matter, they got shot. Because I got 3 units that can range. Guards. Taunt. Enemy defer this away every second. 3 seconds while they use the skill. Warriors. Actually, she's ranged. That would make her assassin. We don't really need taunt, so let's go for that. And we're gonna go for the hard fight. Let's go for charge. Am I not targeting you? Alright, so we put the charge up. Didn't really matter because they're mowing them. Specialist. Stacks that reduce the shield. Oh yeah, I want to go shield. Now what this shield thing does is pretty good. That's good for sustain because you're gonna notice everybody's gonna get this little shield, and the stronger you get it, the better overall ends up. Thank you, V. I'm frenzy up, so we got 5 now. Let's go for more cards. Now, the way that I set this up and the reason why I said I like this team is because I have the 2 front units and then I have 3 back units. Those 3 back units allow me to shoot over the walls. You can go for a lot of melee, but as you can see the way this game rolls, they're gonna have stuff that's gonna block you, and it's just not gonna be fun, trust me. When guards recover HP, all allies gain a shield. Lifesteal? No, we don't need lifesteal. And we're gonna upgrade a function card, so now we can figure out what we want to upgrade. What's gonna be useful? Probably the shield. So global protection. So that's my sustain even better. I'm just nuking you. And as you can see, that dragged everything over there. She just got mollywopped. That's why Hubble is just amazing. If there's a character you should re-roll for in the beginning, it's obviously Hubble. Let's go with this. Next layer. Now, the thing that would be probably annoyance to people is the fact that in order to do this actually properly, you need to manually control it. So no, there is auto in this game later, but not for the choices. You have to make the choices. So we're gonna go sniper. So when this game comes, I'm 100% trying to get Hubble, and I'm 100% making her the carry character. Like, she's getting all the resources, everything. We want to definitely go for that. Again, go for the big build. Mission starter. Alright, guards have crit rate. Sure, let's go for that. So we have too many now. No, we're at 9, right? We can leave, we're fine. We're up to 4 now. Do I need this? Upgrade the function card. Global protection. This means you just don't take damage. Now the cool thing now that I'm at max is I can actually sell whatever I get if it doesn't help, and then turn around and use it for something else. This isn't helping, so we're gonna discard it. And now I got 120, so when I reach the trading area, I can buy something OP if I wish. Which, if you have a well-built team, is gonna happen relatively easy. Upgrade. So now we're trading area. Now we can buy anything. We let's see, is Bastion here? No. Furious deterrence. I mean, we could do that. Let's purchase it. What do I get rid of now, though? Let's do this. We don't need this. We don't need any of that, but we can upgrade something. Yeah, let's upgrade that. I think this is over anyway. I'm just going to nuke her. Like we did it before. Say goodnight. She lived. Nah, don't come over there. She was 100 trying to get the Hubble. None of that. Gonna do it again. And that's why you save your specials to the end. You don't have to, but makes things easier. GG. Alright, so that's all I got for you guys in this video. Hope you guys get the gist of it. How to rock on, you pretty much work like that the whole game. And what changes is what they give you, because roguelike, obviously, they're not going to give you the same cards all the time, the same buffs, and you're not going to always have the same characters I just had. And I made it look way too easy because I have like the OP characters early in the game. But in concept, the game gives you characters that kind of do the same stuff. And I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. They just don't do it in the same grand fashion. The game gives you Soul right here, which Soul is a good character that backlines, and she can run around and get beyond the walls. You just have to know how to pretty much position her and use her. And where did it go? They give you Pescaria, Pescaria is a good healer who pretty much works the same way that I was using the healer. You kind of don't pay attention to the healer until you actually need to actually use her for the most part. Who else? Really quick. Trying to remember. It's not Gen. Now I can't. They also give you Croak, which I think Croak is free. By the way, could be wrong, but I think she is. Was it Angelica? I'll know just by looking at her. Here we go. Fresnel. Fresnel can actually do a beam, and you see she has mirror warp as well, where she can backline the same type of way. So it just takes a little bit more work, like an extra click, but you can kind of do the same type of things anyway. It's pretty amazing. So just because you don't have like a Hubble right here, which again, you want the easier time in the game in the beginning, this young lady right here is who you should be going for. And this banner, Splendid Starry Light. I've summoned a bunch of times, and I'm probably going to summon again because I want to see her 4-star and everything else like that. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, catch you guys next video. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And again, thank you to the NeuroCloud team for sponsoring the video. And I will see you soon. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.